Well, I had to get some coffee there to spill on my tie, or I wouldn't be in good form as a restaurateur, former restaurateur. This is a great event. So I want to thank our sponsors for making it possible. And it's really important that we have that kind of support so that we could do this and have you all come here, some without having a meal free of charge, and those that we could reduce that meal price. Thank you for all the people that were just up here. Christian Aid Ministries are planning. Jan Fritz, I don't know where you went. You probably escaped. But what a blessing this county has in her and her leadership and the people that report to her. She's right. We have great people here. And then I was going to have all the Marion County employees stand, but here's what I was going to say. So those of you that work every day to serve the citizens, to protect, promote, and enhance the quality of life for Marion County citizens, and your paycheck is signed by those citizens, please stand up. You don't have to do it again, but we just need to remember that our paychecks are signed by you who pay your property taxes, and we serve you every day to achieve that excellence. The customer, I always used to say in the restaurant business, signs our paychecks. So I've been doing this now for 20 years as an elected official, 7 elections. And I was looking back at some of the things that I have shared with you at these, this would be my, I think, 11th State of the County. First one was in 2015. And a lot of the same things were over and over and over again. And I sat there and I said, well, what are we really achieving sometimes? It looks like we're moving extremely slow. But what I've asked myself is, there's some slides that are going to start showing. And a lot of these slides are from this year. Yeah, they're going. They're from this year, and some of them go back 5 years. Maybe even one of them goes back to when I was in the legislature. And as you're looking at these slides, you have a chance to ask some questions. Every one of these slides tells a story. There's a story behind it. And maybe you're going to see one of those slides and you're going to say, hey, what's that story? So don't, make a note and feel free to ask the question if you see something up there. I want to give some credit. I don't know if Zach is here, but Zach Stone probably has half of those slides. The rest of them are off of my iPhone, so you might wonder who's the better photographer. Zach, are you here? No, he's not here today, but give credit to Zach on some of those. Is he here?
No, they're just calling out. They're calling out.
Oh, that might be Zach. Who knows? I was with him on this trip. I'll tell you about it later. So my areas of focus continue to be wildfire recovery, and a big part of that is our parks and what you saw today, a sewer system that's being rebuilt, or that's being built in Mill City that's going to serve Gates in Mill City. Transportation, I serve on the SCATS and the NWAC Mid-Valley Transportation Committee here. Natural resources, I serve on ONC Timber Counties Association Board, and NACO, what we refer to as WIR, which is a Western Interstate Region of 18 states. I serve on that board as well. In environmental services, I serve on the SWAMAC, which is our Solid Waste Management Advisory Committee, and also on a regional solid waste management committee that has members all the way from Lane County all the way up to Multnomah County. Hot topics that I want to share with you today in those areas: solid waste, a sewer system, and a Detroit Lake drawdown. And solid waste, just think about this, about 2 tons per capita are produced in Marion County. That's each one of you, right? 2 tons of garbage. Out of that, we recover almost 50%. The top 3 counties in Oregon, or 3 agencies in Oregon that recover, we're number 2. Lane County recovers about 52.9%. When I say recovery, that's pulling out your recycling bin, construction materials at our MRF, et cetera. Marion County is 46.7%. So I think Lane County cheats. I always say that. I don't know how they could do that, but they do have their own landfill, so they have a little bit different system than we do. And then Metro, which is the Tri-County region up in Portland, pulls out about 43.9%. Those numbers are as of 2022. I say that because one of the hot topics is over in the legislature again. I won't mention the senator's name, that has filed a bill, same one that filed a bill 488, that shut down the waste energy facility, has filed a bill to take away flow control, because those three highest recovery units all have flow control. And if you're trying, as DEQ is going to ask us to do, to take more out of our waste system, and your top three have flow control, it makes a lot of sense to take flow control away from agency or from people who are already achieving high numbers. I don't get it. So, and they will say Salem's climate action plan needs them to have control of their own waste here in Salem. There's no city councilor here, there's no mayor here from city of Salem who has asked for this bill. It's just a senator and her few people that are trying to get this bill passed. 1% of the CO2 emissions in the city's climate action plan, 1% out of 100, is due to waste, and you're gonna go after that. DEQ, a Department of Quality, is going to have a Recycling Modernization Act that's going to affect every one of us starting July 1st. We have to figure out how we're going to implement that. We got to do that on a regional basis. We got to do that as a county, not as individual cities. I want to share some facts that are important. This is a fact. My trash bill, well, it's actually Vicki. Vicki's here with me. Vicki, I pay it, but she contributes to the trash.
You have to drive home with her later.
Yeah, I'm in trouble tonight, I can tell already. Our trash bill, and I pay for a very small bin because I'm a master recycler, and she gives me crap, why don't we have a bigger bin so we can put more in it? And I said, no, we're gonna stay with this. I said, it's a small DEQ. It went up this year to $23.55 per month, all right, for weekly service. 7% of that, because it's in the city limits, this trash bill I'm talking about, 7% of that is a Salem franchise fee that goes into their general fund. Outside the city limits, Marion County franchise fee is 3%, and that money goes into our environmental services fund, not to our general fund. So I'm just giving you some things. Fact, stormwater bill for the same location in Salem, $40.85 a month. It's just a stormwater bill, which includes a general fund charge of $15.33 that goes into the general fund of the city of Salem, and a $1.08 franchise fee. They charge a franchise fee on their own utility. So, okay, so I'm getting excited here. Maybe once a month I see a street sweeper for that. All right, my point being is your garbage bill is the smallest utility that you pay. Yet we spend, lately probably it seems like 25% of our time in meetings talking about garbage and how are we going to handle it in the future. It's a challenge. The second area I want to talk about is the sewer system. And how am I doing on time?
We're not timing you, sir.
Good. Is the sewer system in the Santiam Canyon, and I think Mill City is here, the mayor is here, Stacy is here, I saw him earlier today. Before the fire, we were working on this project for many years, and because the fire happened and ARPA money was there, the state gave us $50 million to help develop and get this sewer system going. In the middle of this, our Public Works team, special projects, were moving along, getting ready, and all of a sudden we were informed by DEQ about a Supreme Court decision called the Maui decision. The Maui decision does not allow, Maui decision requires basically a in-water national permit to go with this system we're developing. We have a rule here, it's called the Three Basin Rule, it's an Oregon rule that does not allow direct discharge or national permits to be issued in the three basins, one of which is the South Santiam River. So we're at conflict. We can't move forward because national says we have to do this, state rule says we have to do this. We filed for a DEQ rule change, It won't happen, and that was in August. It'll take a year to get that rule change done, and we have to start construction before June 1st to meet our ARPA deadlines and get this project completed before the December 31st, 2026 deadline. Our great senator, the other one, Senator Fred Girod, filed a priority bill. It's Senate Bill 1189. It passed the Senate on Monday. It is now in the House on the Speaker's desk, and we got to get that to the governor's office and signed by the end of this month. May 1st is our goal. It's an emergency bill so that it'll allow us to start construction by June 1st. It won't give us the permits, but it'll allow us to start construction. Then my last area that I wanted to share is the Detroit drawdown. I was at Detroit Monday night for a meeting with Army Corps and a lot of other partners, and there's a concern for many of us. The water that's on your table right now, it's not bottled water. It's probably the best water that you could drink anywhere in the country. Sweet, huh? No, it's not as good. Kaiser's is not as good, trust me. No, it's not. Hey, it's a fact. You could test it. You could do a blind taste test. My daughter lives there. They have to put special chemicals even in their hot tub so it doesn't corrode. All right, so you're drinking sweet mountain water. I'm holding up a book. If you want to have a book, this is a good book. I read it on a beach in Belize. Fell asleep a couple times. This is a really good book. It'll give you the history of the water you're drinking. Back to the 1800s up until 2003. We are still writing chapters in this book to preserve the quality of water in the city of Salem. This drawdown, and if you read this book, you'll find out that the Guerin Island, which the water comes out in Stayton, is sand filtered. If we have a drawdown that brings a bunch of silt down the river, like what happened down at Green Peter, we will clog up Salem's filters. So we have to be very concerned about that. And the Army Corps is listening to us. The other thing that will happen, kokanee. Kokanee fishery down south in Green Peter is wiped out. Guess what? Detroit has now the best kokanee fishing in the state, basically. And it's helping their economy. And, Robert's probably here. He works here. Robert, are you here?
Yep, over there.
Yeah, there he is. Robert, runs this place, and he goes up there and kokanee fishing, so he's always on my case about this. And then another one, I think Rich Duncan's probably going to raise his hand on this, is recreational boating, right? You want to keep your boats in the water up there. So one of the things that we have been working on for mitigation process for that particular issue is a marina excavation. That is starting next fall and will be done over 2 years and will lower the level of the marinas so that low water. So those are just a few of the big topics that I wanted to share with you. And I think you'll find that they're multi-year. And I've been here, like I said, 10 and a half years. And some of these projects started way before I even got here. So it's important that we have consistent leadership, not only here, but also Jan, Brian, Ryan, the people that do the things that we do every day and make sure they happen. That these are important things that we can accomplish to promote, protect, and enhance the quality of life for every citizen in Marion County. Thank you.